outside of their own culture. So it was interesting to say the least. She did have those. She did have those jacked up teeth though, that a lot of Japanese people have. Not to throw shade, but to throw a little bit of shade. They got some jacked up teeth.
Based on experience levels. Ryuji was dead for a couple battles, so he's a little bit behind the XP.
Who was dead? Anne?
Ryuji, but what about the
He
other
was
guy?
dead for a couple battles.
What about Morgana?
I don't know about Morgana.
Oh,
Like,
like he died in both those
Oh,
battles.
yeah, she did.
But she doesn't actually die. She goes, oh, it's
I'll just be supporting from here.
yeah.
Speaking of Rule 34 stuff, I found Rule 34 stuff on this.
Panther.
And I kind of saw which characters we're going to get in the future because of that Rule 34 stuff.
Oh, you could also look at the opening too.
I didn't really pay attention to the opening because I wasn't. That first
Yeah.
day that we saw the opening, I think I was too busy trying to keep the conversation going.
Plus, we were trying to get everything set up and going as well.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh, okay, there's going to be a couple more people coming in. And we get the typical Fuka stereotype where she doesn't really fight. And she's like, I don't know, she would look like she was in a giant ball.
Oh, there's always your support character that never fights, so.
So that's a staple of these games.
Yeah. They're usually better analyzing the enemies and keeping track of what's going on, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because Fuka's persona was like this gross-ass giant fish tank looking thing. She lived inside her. It was really disturbing.
They blocked it. Now what are you gonna do?
Okay, that's interesting. Thought for sure it would keep going, so I guess that one, but whatever. One.
Scary how good it's impervious to ghost fire.
Corkbork? That's funny because her death cry sounded like Corky. And I was going to bring up Corky. And it called Corkbork. You know, it's a crazy world we live in.
Cool, Joker.
So this is what happens when I just talk about the game. The conversation is like boring. That's why I need to go off on tangents because that's what's interesting.
Oh,
Oh, he wants
Don't
to...
kill me.
really?
Didn't we already catch him though?
No. You don't have
He's
a...
irritable though. Why is he begging? Okay, that's odd.
Thanks for sparing me. Hey, I can't believe it. I remember now. I'm no shadow from this place. I'm used to be living in
Yeah,
for now,
yeah.
I'll
If
come
they
prepared.
talk to
No
you,
need
you
for
automatically
honor
get
for
them.
Sunny.
But I'm pretty sure arable aren't not supposed to beg though.
It said that they would never like. It,
They wouldn't.
I don't know if it said never, but it said it was really low
So now, you get back,
chance.
so now you send people back to the
Jack O' Lantern.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hierophant.
It's a matter of who I don't need.
The Biocorn.
I think he has something I need though. He
Lunge,
learns Garu, but
Tarunda.
he's not gonna level up anytime soon, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Do you already have a Garu?
He already has
user?
Garu. Yeah, no, it is Bicorn. Yeah, I'll get rid of him.
Poor Bicord. Nobody needs him.
Well, I can pull him back out for a fees. It's not that bad.
I mean, I don't care. I don't like him either.
How rude.
I know.
Is it rude to
Yeah.
not like Bicorn because he's useless?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Speaking of useless, oh my god! To get back, I know we're talking about Pokemon a lot, but I've been playing it because I thought about Pokemon. But to talk more about Gen 4 a little bit, like I decided to try playing using a Raichu again because I haven't used one in probably 10 years at this point, if not longer. I haven't used one since Gen 1, so.
You
Well,
ever
not
tried-
technically
you ever
Gen
tried
1.
Alola Raichu?
Nah, I don't like the combination of Psychic and Bug. I just think it's...
Second bug.
Sorry, Psychic and Electric. I was thinking of Bug because I was thinking of what extra weaknesses it got. Because they don't really cancel each other. They don't really help each other. Yeah, smacked at it. They don't really like help each other in terms of typing. Like, instead of being Electric, which is only weak to one thing, now it just gets 3 additional weaknesses. And it's like, oh, okay. That was a waste of time.
No.
Ton of soldiers.
But, like,
You only have-
I
you only
ran
have
into
20
that. You know that Gyarados that you fight right before you enter Veilstone City? I was like, oh shit, I don't have an answer for this. Like, I had my Roselia, but like that motherfucker crit me with Thrash, and it really pissed me off. Because it's like, I was gonna survive that fight too. It's like, oh, just one more turn, I'm like, Leech Seed is gonna start giving back my health, and I'll be able to use Giga Train next turn, crit. And it's like, fucking piece of shit. Like, god, and then I had to send something else out, and I could kill it, but it's like, man, I'm not, like, my Roselia's gonna miss out on all that experience. That's what was important about it.
Okay, so here we are at the treasure.
Treasure?
Yep.
Treasure. So he's an actual boss fight, right?
Yeah. That
kill him.
glowy thing right there, though. That's what we need to steal, but it's not tangible yet.
Hasn't manifested.
There you go.
It's like reminds me of Aladdin. Just go in there and take the thing. Don't touch anything else. And like Abu was like,
Hey, what is this? It's floating in the
I
air.
don't think it went that way.
touched
but-
the forbidden treasure. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
The treasure.
But all this did happen. He's like, don't fucking touch that, Abu. And he's like, and then he touches it, and then the guy gets pissed off at
I
him.
was planning on telling you more once we
That's
made
what it
it.
reminded me, because there's gold everywhere. That's kind of what it reminded me
Simply
about.
finding the treasure isn't enough.
Have you had your
We
headphones
need
on?
to make it materialize.
Well, I hope you didn't say. You didn't really say anything super important. He was just. We agreed last night when we had our phone call conversation. He would try to steer the conversation towards what's going on in the game,
Desires have
and he
no
has been doing
control
that. So
by
props
nature.
to him. It's just there's not a whole lot going on in the game right now, except we just happen to
There's
get to
an
the
This,
treasure.
exposition
yeah,
happening
this
right
is
now.
the
Except,
trick
except
we
it
got.
just happens to be right now that stuff is happening. You know, bite my tongue.
Once they're conscious that their desires might be stolen, the treasure will finally show itself. But how do we do that?
Hey,
We warn them. Tell them we are going to steal your heart.
hey.
So we're gonna send a calling card? Oh, that's totally what a phantom thief would do.
Yeah,
Phantom
that's what you are.
Thief.
Once we do that, the treasure will appear for certain.
I think.
That again. Either way, sounds like it's worth giving.
So
it
they
a
only
shot.
explained this one time, right?
Yeah.
Our infiltration route
Well, they do
is here.
lightly bring it up a few more times with the new
What's
party members that
left
show up,
now is to
but
Oh, by the way, we have to do this thing. Oh, okay. You know, if you rearrange letters in her name, it's Nan.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, don't say we won't lose because
Once we
that's
send out
that's
the
a red
calling
flag
card,
if I ever saw
There
one.
will be no turning back. Just let me know when you're ready.
All these
We'll head back
boring
to the
talking
hideout
parts. I
and
want to
send
talk
out
more
that
about
Send, they're gonna send out the calling card. Calm
I know
down.
it was kind of funny. I had to waste an extra day one time because I didn't go all the way into the treasure room. I went to the big doors that were there, and then I backed out. I was like, yeah, I got close enough, you know, right? So I had to come back in here for an extra day just to get this scene.
Oh,
And then
that
leave.
sucks.
Yeah.
There's still things to do.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh, so you can't get it right now.
You have to send the calling card
to
and-
him in real
the
life
real
or in
life?
the game.
in real.
Sorry, in the palace.
In real life.
Okay.
They have to know that something's up.
in the reality, like in real
plus,
life.
it gives you a forced opportunity to go back and heal.
Oh, okay.
They always put a safe room right next to
The
the.
boss.
So this
Location,
is the only palace where you're forced to not complete the palace like right away because of all the explanations, or every single time you have to get to the heart and then come back out.
All
to
the time,
Coco.
yeah.
Man, that's kind of tedious.
Well, I mean, like if you don't have the HP and the SP for it, you might as well fight at your best. You know, plus it gives you a last chance to buy new equipment and stuff that you have.
Talking to a guy who likes to play on mania mode, so he likes the challenge.
Well, it's one of those things where you go in prepared for a situation. Like, I've never played this game, so obviously, but oh shit, I didn't know this was gonna happen. And if I fail, I just do it over again. But like to bring up, because I am playing Pokemon, like I went into Fight
check
Maylene,
something.
and it's like, okay, I know what Pokemon I want to get for this because it's gonna make the fight super easy, and that was a Crobat, because like I love Crobat, and he's like one of.
Let's see what we can do.
I love flying poison types because they're super resistant to fighting types.
10.
So it's like that's what I did. As soon as I got the chance when I
The
caught myself
hell's
to
that
that,
then?
Not impressive.
it's you, Migo.
I don't have hair like that.
Not
You
terrible,
could.
but
You
not
try. Hey, it's Gumby.
Gumbergulies? I love that guy.
I do have a healer. I think she heals, yeah? Yeah, okay. So I don't really need Saki Mikama.
Silky
Not terrible.
Arcana Burst. Oh no, that's not his name. His name
Yeah,
is
it means they get
Saki
extra
Mitama.
XP for when you make them.
Hey.
Well, why don't you get the extra XP?
Now choose.
Naruhodo.
It depends if I need the persona or not,
Impossible.
though. Can't make that.
Kodama. Saki
You okay?
Mitama.
Typically, what I'm looking for is,
Whoa.
is an upgrade.
Now that's Miguel.
As long as they have a certain ability that I need. Like this
He
guy has
likes
Bufu.
grass types, and he's like likes nature.
I need to replace my fire. That's what I need to do because level 3 is not going to cut it.
So what do you gotta do
Jack
with
O'
them?
Lantern.
I don't know, so I'm looking
Well, they
around
can't
for-
level up on their own?
They do, but it's based on your social link. The higher social link, the more XP they get per
Who-
combat.
You said magician was the cat, right? When do you start her social link?
But not
Pretty
impressive.
soon. That one's a forced one, too. You don't really have any say in how quickly it upgrades or whatever.
If we can't make one, well, can you check what they'll know when you fuse them?
I see.
So this guy knows
Up to a
Bufu.
certain extent.
Persona indeed.
Like just like
Um,
right away, because you're the Jack O' Lantern has Augie, right? And that's
Yeah.
when you want to replace.
I can probably still make something and just carry over Agi. That's usually how it works. I think what I'll do is make
You okay with
Moki.
Whoa.
Magic's not very good though.
Mokoi.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
He's got a
Not
dragon coming out of
terrible,
his
but
butt.
not impressive.
Yeah, it's one of the what do you want to call it? The direct cardinal directions, I guess.
Cardinal direction.
Yeah, like on east is like a white tiger, you know. I think south
Fascinating.
is basically Gembu.
I thought it was
North is the phoenix, I believe.
Excessive
I don't know
power
anything
only
about
leads to
the lore
destruction.
behind that.
This
so.
one would be good, but
It's a black paper.
I don't have not enough level for it.
Black paper.
Yeah, you see, you didn't even have a face or any facial features. It was just floating around. Like I thought it was a mystery. Like I thought because you couldn't unlock it because it was like.
Well, probably
shrouded-
is a mystery because you can't see its picture.
What's
Because
that
you
say?
can't make it.
Oh, is that what it meant?
Yeah. So it looks like a shadow.
Now for a rebirth.
So yeah, and like whenever I pick a starter, I do that whole method where I like